And we are live. Welcome back to Chart Striker, everybody. This is your host, Dana. We are gonna get straight into things. A lot of things have happened today. We are gonna talk about why Bitcoin kind of dropped a little bit, because I can't call this a big drop. I mean, if we think about it, it's just what, 4% drop. So it's not a big of a drop, but nevertheless, it is a drop. Because things were looking fine yesterday. Mago, welcome to the show. Glad you made it. Yeah, I'm fine. Talking about what happened, what went left yesterday, right? Because things were looking fine. And then suddenly, I shared this with the group. Besides the fact that there was, somebody who moved, I think 1,000 Bitcoin from one wallet to the other. I think according to one of the members in Discord, like he still hasn't sold, but there was another news that is connected to this drop. Okay, that's what I'm gonna bring forward now. Apparently, the Wall Street Journal published something about hold on, let me just remove this, just a moment. Okay, I think you guys can see it now clearly, right? Or not? Hold on. Okay, there you go. So apparently, there was news, that was published by the Wall Street Journal. Like you have to be a paying member, to see that news. But it states this news from Bitcoin Systemy, something like that. They say that, and I quote, there was a sudden drop in the price of Bitcoin at noon today, and for the first time in a month, BTC saw below. Yeah, well, that is obvious. The minutes of the decrease in BTC price and the publication of an article about Binance in the Wall Street Journal drew attention. The Wall Street Journal is known for its frequent coverage of FUD against the cryptocurrency exchange Binance, okay? Considering that the Wall Street Journal news was published at 12:30 p.m., the sudden drop and the publication of the news coincide. All right? So I checked this out myself. And it is true. It does, it does have a connection in some weird way. So apparently they're talking about, Binance wash trading a lot and so on and so forth. But I don't know who else. I don't know if there's any exchange that doesn't, wash trade, really. Like, it's difficult to prove. It's difficult to prove that they are doing it. It's very difficult, but I don't know any exchange that, might not, be doing it. I know Coinbase used to do it. Like, there were, rumors Coinbase used to do it. But there seems to be a lot of attack towards Binance at the moment. Like, every time we think that it's a bit calmer, then something new comes up. And now this wash trading, it's not like, it's really not new news. This is old news. But price dropped according to, like, because it coincides. So price dropped because, I don't know, there is some FUD going on and so on and so forth, because yesterday it was looking fine, but today not anymore. Mago, yeah, whales have a way of sidestepping everybody else. Yeah, but somebody must have known something, and then, this happened. I mean, by the way things are looking for Binance, if we see it around, below $100, I'm not gonna be shocked anymore, because it just feels, just bad at the moment, okay? Just bad for Binance. There is a lot of FUD going on. Anyways, that is one of the reasons to why Bitcoin dropped. Now let's talk, about TA, okay? TA wise. On the weekly, I've been telling you guys there is this bad divergence. Yesterday, the bulls, kind of, pushed price back up a little bit, which was good. But guys, if this week, and I'm gonna be hard now, if this week closes below $28,000, $500, somewhere around that area, be prepared, because we are gonna have, a nice opportunity to long this one, or, just in general, just, it's a buying opportunity, like buy the dip opportunity, right? Because it might come all the way here, and this is this can happen. This can happen. Like, I'm not gonna be shocked if we see prices, you know, below 27K, if we see a close below $28,500 on a weekly time frame. Okay, so that 5-day divergence that we saw already playing out, that 4-day divergence already playing out, that 3-day divergence already playing out, 2-day divergence already playing out. Like, all the divergences that we had here and there are playing out right now. So they've finished developing and they're playing out. Okay, that daily positive divergence, though, it is still here. But I'm gonna say it again, just because we have a nice, you know, positive divergence developing on the daily, it doesn't mean price can't come down a bit more. Okay, because I told you guys, things are looking, you know, things were looking fine yesterday. Especially, I did say that, you know, this was some type of bullish engulfing, you know, candles, a sort of, and I'm gonna get into this with the Patreons on why and so on and so forth. But the FUD took over, things happened, and we woke up to this. You know, I'm observing at the moment. I'm neither doing this nor that, and I'm glad. Because, yeah, you can't be greedy, you know, pigs get slaughtered. So I'm not greedy. You know, there was some nice, you know, profit and so on and so forth, you know, from this move to this move. And now I'm just observing, and I'm glad I am. Like, and I neither took a long nor a short at these levels. I was just, you know, looking, because we were at support, but I needed more confirmations, which we didn't get. We got confirmation now instead to the downside. Okay, so at the daily, looking at the daily right now, this is not looking good. If it's gonna work out for the bulls a bit better this week, like, we need to see a fast recovery from this level right here. Meaning we don't, you know, go lower than 28.3. Okay, we don't go lower than 28.3, and we recover quickly. And this week, you know, ends in a good note. Like, meaning this candle ends in some sort of a doji or some sort of a hammer, in other words. Okay, looking at the 4-hourly, by the way, yeah, I'm already done discussing the oscillators here and so on. Hold on, let me just see if yeah, there you go. You see, we are kind of, you know, this shorter moving average is, you know, holding, like, price is holding right at it at the moment, right at it. But we will see what happens on the weekly, though. Just to show you, if we close below 28.5, you see the long-term moving average is right around these levels. You get it? And we also do have, you know, some support around this area. Okay, like, things are gonna get ugly for the bulls. Awesome for, you know, those of us who are waiting for, you know, a nice, you know, entry point. But for the bulls, for those who longed at these, you know, levels, especially because I know many have done that, it's gonna get ugly. Besides, there was a lot of positions that were liquidated in Bitcoin within 1 minute when the drop happened. Apparently $30 million in you know, positions of Bitcoin were liquidated. So things are going on at the moment. Not the best not the best thing, but yeah, it's happening. We just gotta accept it. Hold on just a moment, guys, just a moment. and back. I'm kind of doing some laundry at the same time, so I just had to put it in the dryer, but back now. Okay, so that's what's up with Bitcoin and on the weekly and daily anyways. And on the 4-hourly, there are some signs of positive divergence going on. Like it dropped a bit too fast. Okay, for the 4-hourly time frame, for the shorter time frames, this dropped a bit too fast. So we could see a bounce from here, but I do think that we got resistance around 29,400-ish, 29,500-ish, because things are looking a bit disastrous right now. Okay, and not in a bad way necessarily, because it's not a big drop, right? It's not a big drop, but if we can see a close on the 4-hourly time frame above 29,400-ish, 29,500-ish, then yes, see you eventually around 29,000, right around this level, 29,830 to 29,900-ish, very possible. Okay, we just need to see a close above this area first. If that happens, yeah, good times, I guess, short term at least for the bulls. Looking at the hourly, I mean, just gotta pinpoint one thing before I continue. Hold on. Last time RSI was this low, guys, was in June. Okay, so it's been a while, right? So it was in June, and on the hourly, last time it was, looking like this, it was in the beginning of July. So this is, I don't know why this is not balanced out. Okay, this is kind of telling us, price, dropped a bit too fast. We are holding around support levels. This I shared with, the Discord community, I think maybe, I don't know, a week ago or something, I don't remember. But we are holding around support. There was, this, I can't call it a hammer, but some sort of it's maybe a cousin to a hammer, right? A cousin to a hammer. So yeah, like we got some positive momentum. We might, see it come to these levels, but also on the hourly, we need a close above 29,400, 30-ish, 29,500-ish for us, to continue a bit higher to these levels. Okay. We got some positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD just went bullish. There's no divergence. There's no negative divergence on the hourly. This is not a bad thing. Okay, so we might see a push. Question is, after we see a push, are we going to continue to these levels? That's the question. And the other question that I'm wondering is, are we going to quickly recover this week? Are we gonna see a quick recovery, or is this week gonna end up closing below this level? Because if it does, then I'm ready for this area to come by. I'm ready for this. If we close below 28.5, I'm ready for this. All right, let's have a look at Ethereum as well. Oh, before I do that, let's have a look at the Bitcoin dominance, shall we? I spoke about this yesterday. I did say that, bears were starting to lose steam around these levels, right? Problem is, we need first a close above this, 50.2-ish, 50.3-ish levels for us, to push a bit higher. When we see a close above this area, then good. Right now, it's still just ranging sideways. And by the way, if we see a drop below this level, if this support doesn't hold, guys, and we go lower, yeah, I guess it's not over yet. Okay? Okay, let's move on to Ethereum as well. Okay, Ethereum, it was trying to hold this level. It was looking good, but guess what? We broke below this trend line. Breaking below this trend line means we might, you know, go a bit more lower to these levels, okay? Like, there is really not much holding us if... Because we broke below this trend line, guys. That's it, unless we see a quick recovery. But look, guys, easily, by the looks of the prior daily candle close, looks like bears are in control. It's the same thing with Bitcoin, looking at the daily prior daily candle close as well, okay? On top of that, looks like we have this short-term moving average that is below the midterm. That is not a bullish sign, okay? That is in favor of the bears, if anything. So yeah, I guess we are gonna see this come a little bit lower, we do have some nice divergence developing at the moment for Ethereum, but it's gonna go out the window. That is gonna be completely invalidated if we see a daily candle close below 1,844, okay? And yeah, 1,844. Below that level, that nice divergence that we are seeing, trying to develop, is gonna become invalid, okay? Let's see now on the 4-hourly. Daily, everything. Oscillators, negative. Momentum. MACD, bearish. RSI, below neutral. On the 4-hourly, pretty much the same. Oscillators, negative. RSI, below neutral. MACD, bearish. Like, right now, I do not see that bears have lost steam yet. I just don't. So yeah, this might continue with the correction it is at, you know, or consolidation, whatever it is. It's still, you know, continuing in that same direction, okay? Like, things were looking so much better yesterday, but yeah, you can thank Wall Street for everything that's going on at the moment. So first resistance, let's have a look at this instead. It's gonna be a bit more interesting. Otherwise, we're gonna, if we're gonna be talking about the daily time frames, we're gonna be waiting for a while until things happen, right? But looking at this, if you can see an hourly candle close above 1,854-ish, next resistance would be somewhere around these levels. Okay, let me just draw it for you. Let's see now. Let's see. Okay, first resistance right here. Okay, between 1,867-ish to, let's just say 1,865 to 1,875. Okay, so first resistance on the hourly time frame right there. Let me draw it. I mean, note it. There we go. Change color. Awesomeness. If you haven't noticed, looks like we're just going sideways right now on the hourly. One can just do this. I know it's a bit crooked. I think it's a bit crooked, but nevertheless, it does make sense. So we're just ranging sideways at the moment. Yeah, it's just consolidating after, you know, a little bit of a drop, So yeah, this, if we can, you know, close above this level, we still have a problem. Until we get back above the trend line, until we get back above this trend line, it is still a problem for the bulls, okay? For those who are in long positions and so on and so forth, it's still a problem for them. But yeah, I'll be a bit more interested. Hold on. Let's see, where is it? Ethereum. levels of interest would be somewhere on these levels, guys. Gonna remove this one. Too many drawings, right? And this one. This one as well. Anyways, somewhere on these levels of interest, okay? We'll see if this support holds. If it holds, awesomeness. If it doesn't hold, yeah, we could pull back all the way down to the lows of $1,700. I think I mentioned this before, and I'm gonna say it again. It's very possible, and if that doesn't hold, meaning this level is what? Remember that heart line? This huge heart line that we have. Okay, too many drawings here. Hold on. Let me do this instead. There you go. So somewhere around the heart line would be, you know, levels of interest if this support doesn't hold, okay? If this support doesn't hold, right? Yeah, it's been a nice ride. It's been a nice ride, but now we're gonna see. We are gonna see if this week doesn't recover fast. If this week doesn't recover fast, I mean, things do not bounce by the end of the week from this level, for example. This could be the correction we've been waiting for. It could be. I mean, we had a nice run from, you know, from the moment we spotted that it was time for a turnover. I mean, we're talking about Ethereum went up 99% since then. Okay, 99%. It's not a bad thing. It's not bad at all. Okay, so I think we're done with Ethereum as well. Let's have a look at some of the other altcoins. Let's have a look at BNB, since it's the one doing a lot of things to, yeah, again, the market. Okay, what happened? Prior daily candle close came all the way to support this, you know, level around, let's see now, around 235.5. We kind of pulled back a little bit after it, but I don't see any signs that the bears are losing steam or whatever. Nothing like that. Like, still looks like this can continue. On the daily, we're starting to get, you know, our first negative momentum on the histogram. MACD is whatever. RSI is below neutral. Things are not looking that healthy at the moment. So we do have some support around these areas, right? Right here. Right around these levels. Fine. We got some support. And if that doesn't hold, well, see eventually around, you know, 220-ish to 211-ish. Loss of $200, in other words. But if things get nasty, like if things get real nasty, like I'm not gonna be shocked if we see this, you know, drop below $100. Not gonna be shocked at all. We're just, you know, consolidating, and there's like, I don't see anything on the weekly time frame. I've been saying like for a while, this is one of the weak trends. Sure, we went up, we hit this daily resistance, we pulled back down, but it's one of those weak trends. Even though it went up a little bit, in my opinion, this has been, it doesn't look like the bears are losing steam yet. It's just going sideways. This can continue. There's still, you know, pressure to the downside. Like, there's usually when Binance burns their BNB tokens, okay, when they burn, and I've seen this happen many times, usually you see a nice pump action, okay? This time, like for the very first time in a while, in a long time, maybe it's happened before, but for the very first time in a long time, nothing happened. I mean, this was it. This was the pump, guys. This was the pump from here to here. That's it. This after the burning happened, okay? So yeah, it's definitely a weak trend. And now I'm just gonna remove this because we're done. We don't need it anymore. It played out already, right? I think I see something. Let's have a look together. Friends, I think we have a bear flag. This is unfortunate for BNB holders, because if it breaks below this one, yeah, things are about to get serious for BNB. Real serious. Hold on. Let's say from this level somewhere here. Let's see, I don't know, depending on where it breaks out, it might break out here, I have no idea. Funny how it, goes hand in hand with this level right here, right? And this is around 154. So if things get nasty, if this support fails to hold, you see it in front of you, okay? I mean, horrible price action, just horrible, okay? This is like, I don't know how, but BNB BTC is looking a bit better, but it doesn't matter. We are, getting close to resistance areas, which is around this level right here. And if we see any close below this level, then you know what's up. Back to the lows, right? At least back to the lows. Okay, let's move on from this one. It's good that we just, have an idea of what's going on, but things are looking ugly. I mean, that bear flag on BNB, it's gonna get nasty if it breaks down below it. And if we see something like this, let's just say something like an example. Okay, an example. I don't know exactly how it's gonna be moving, but let's say it breaks down and then it gets rejected and gets rejected again and continues down, and this fails to hold. It's not gonna go straight down, but you get the idea, right? Okay, let's move on, shall we? Let's move on. So we're done with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB so far. Chat, how you doing? Mago, how you doing? How are you feeling? What do you think about the price action? Like, it's no, not looking good. That's why I was like, I don't know, like this, nice wick up, but I was like, if we even see a bounce, okay, like we still have resistance to break above, but things are not looking. Yesterday, by the end of the stream, things were starting to look a bit, so and so. I was like, okay, like it's fine, as long as we're holding this parallel channel. But the moment we broke below it, it's done. Like there's not much to discuss. Now we can adjust this a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, we have to adjust it. Way better, much better. And then I have to stretch it out. Okay, this makes sense. Awesome. Thank you for taking notes, Mago. I appreciate it. So yeah, let's move on with the next one. Cardano it was. Yeah, it's like that prior daily candle close on Bitcoin is it's in favor of the bears. Yesterday it was looking fine, but I wasn't, completely sure, I didn't feel confident enough to take a long at these levels, even though, we were at support. But just because something is at support, it doesn't mean one should, dive into it immediately. One should wait, for more confirmations. And when your gut feeling is telling you, hold on to your brakes and let's just see what happens first, I'd rather go with, my gut feeling, mixed up with the TA, because yeah, I was seeing things, but I wasn't confident enough to get in. That's why I was like, I'm neither doing this nor doing that. last week I did tell you guys that, yeah, like something is cooking, like we can't, just, see it going sideways like this, for 4 to 5 weeks without anything happening. So I didn't do anything. I'm glad I'm observing right now. Sometimes, even watching the market, just observing is a smart move, because you're not putting yourself out there for risk if you don't feel like confident, like at least 70% confident that it's gonna play out. So I was just, watching closely. Yeah, it's looking ugly. At the moment, it's looking ugly. But I'm hyped because by the dip opportunity, is around the corner. So that's good. So I'm hyped for that. I'm hyped because at last we're seeing some action go on instead of the sideways action. Like, that was a bit boring. And I don't mind, sideways actions if it's a trader's heaven, right? Like, we're going up, down, up, down. But then when it just, stabilizes and just, goes sideways like this, it's like, okay, like, what's up, right? Yeah, I got out of the trade early with a little tiny profit, demo trading, of course. Like, that's good. Like, practice makes perfect, so that's not a bad thing. Yeah, rather demo trade when you're not feeling the market either way. So better to be safe than sorry. It's always better to be safe than sorry. That's why I always talk about, if you're in profit, take your profits. If you're seeing that you're in a loss, cut your losses, like, get out as fast as possible. Do not, there's like, you can't get stuck in a trade unless you're finding excuses to be stuck in that trade, literally. So it's better to cut losses, minimize losses by cutting losses, fast if you see that the trade is not going your way, and in that way you manage, your money. Like, you don't have to lose a lot. Like, it's the best way, really. Like I told you, I know traders who are pros. I mean, people who've worked for big companies. Not gonna mention what and this and that, but like, when I was looking at his statistic, this is crazy. But he had less trades than I did, number one, and number two, he had more losing trades, but the trick is, just like I often tell you guys, the trick is to cut your losses, like, fast. If you see the trade is going against you, don't sit down and hope and pray and wish, because none of that is gonna work. Cut your losses fast and rethink it. Just take a step back and rethink the whole situation, like, do some analysis, like, just look at the chart, try to read it, a bit more, and then, make decisions based on that is better. So this man, he had more losing trades and he had fewer trades, but because he was smart, and he used to cut his losses, in any trade. If he sees that his trade is losing, he cuts it very fast, meaning he stops it very fast, okay, so he doesn't lose more money. But when he's in profit, he lets, some ride, but he also takes profit. Okay, so that was one thing we agreed on, because I couldn't agree on the fact that it was okay that he had, more losses, but it works out for him. Everybody has different, styles. Me, I'd rather enter when, like, I see some more confirmations and I feel confident. Sometimes, even though, I do that sometimes, thank God for stop losses. That's why we have to thank stop losses for many things. Still, you can see some type of manipulation that you can't help, or something like that, go on, and then, things happen. So it's good to be ready either way. But yeah, everybody has different styles. But the important thing is, if you do not want to lose money, then cut your losses when you see that the trade is going against you, and don't try to counter trade. Like, if this is not financial advice, okay, I'm just, giving you tips not even tips. I'm just talking, okay? Just sharing my experience and so on and so forth. If you try to counter trade, you know, whatever trade you are at, just because, you know, you think it's well, it starts going against your trade, then you are just gambling. In other words, it's a gamble. It's better to just, you know, hop on a plane and go to Las Vegas and, I don't know, just, you know, gamble with your friends, you know, go to casinos and have a drink or two and just gamble with friends. At least there, you're gonna be busy making memories and laughing and so on and so forth, instead of just getting wrecked for no reason, right? Okay, sorry for the rant, but it was a TA rant. Okay, this comes from my heart. This comes from my heart. Okay, let's move on with Cardano. So Cardano just, you know, broke below this blue line. We still have, you know, some support that could, you know, help. By the way, I'm gonna be removing this ascending triangle. It already played out just in time, but we do have some support around these levels. Okay. From experience, it's risky to do that. It never really works out your way you want it to. I suspect you mean counter trade, right, Mago? So we do have some support at, you know, for Cardano around these levels, okay? I'm gonna remove this one, guys. I'm gonna remove it because it's already played out, okay? So I'm gonna hide it now, right? Mostly, you guys see that every time I remove anything, you know, from the charts, I do it live so you guys can see, like, I'm true to my words. I don't try to tell you, oh, it did this when I actually didn't speak about it, right? I don't mind. Like, we're not perfect. We're human beings. We try to do our, you know, very best. I know I'm a pro at, you know, my specialty is price action. I mean TA when it comes to price. So I don't mind if there's a mistake. Not a mistake. If TA doesn't get respected once or twice, for me it's like, it's whatever, fine. Like, the important thing is the profits are more than the losses. Simple. Yeah, Mago, yeah, I agree with you. Like, counter trading is pure, like, you're just risking it. You're just risking it. It's better to stay safe and do your calculations. Calculations meaning do some pure TA, and then based on that, okay, take any decision you want to take. But counter trading, just because something goes one way, it goes against you, and you want to, like, counter trade it, it's probably gonna bite you back in your butt. So we do have some support for Cardano around these levels, okay? Let's call this one S1, daily time frame. So new support, right? Around these levels, okay? If this doesn't hold, unfortunately, there is not much until these levels. This is on the daily. I'm talking about the daily, guys, okay? Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. 4-hourly, almost the same. So this is not only for the daily, also for the 4-hourly. Hold on. I see something interesting. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is not bad. This is not bad. We do have some nice divergence, but this is on the shorter time frames. We're not talking about the daily right now. Might take maybe a few days till this plays out, or at least half a day, okay? But we have some positive divergence from this level to this level. As long as we do not see a close below 0.3 on a 4-hourly time frame, that positive divergence is still relevant. But if we see a close below this level, then forget about it, okay? So yeah, if we can hold the top of this box, this support box, and price holds around these levels and it starts, you know, getting back up a little bit to this level, it's fine. But if this level breaks, guys, there's a reason why the boxes are drawn the way they are, okay? If we see any 4-hourly candle close below this level, then chances are very high that we come all the way down to 0.28, something like that, okay? First resistance for Cardano. Let me remove this as well. No need for it anymore. It's right around these levels, okay? Between 0.314 to... yeah, 0.3313 to 0.3192. Ouch. accidentally bumped my elbow on the table. Okay, so we're gonna remove this one. This is gonna be R2 now, okay? Awesomeness, and we can move on. We can have a look at the hourly just in case someone is interested. Yeah, we might see a little bounce, you know, on the hourly, at least to these levels. If you can see an hourly candle close above 0.3088 to be precise, then yeah, we can reach this 4 hourly resistance. Okay, simple as that. Beautiful hammer. We are at support. I mean, we kind of tapped the, you know, top of the box, right? There's some beautiful divergence developing on the 4 hourly time frame. On the hourly, MACD is bullish. I don't know. It looks a bit weak. It looks a bit weak. Yeah, sure. We could, you know, come all the way to 0.3072, 0.3089, but it looks weak because the daily doesn't look good. Okay, it looks weak. Like prior daily candle close is in favor of the bears more than anything else. Thing is, we are at, you know, critical levels like support areas, so we'll see what happens. But if this level doesn't hold, yeah, we pull down a bit lower. If this doesn't hold, see you at the lows, and those lows again. Okay, all right, let's move on. We're done with Cardano as well. Yeah, let's talk about Ripple. Yeah, people were talking about Ripple going to $10, Ripple doing this, Ripple doing that, Ripple I don't know what. But Ripple, I did say this move looked forced. This move looked forced. Like it okay, I didn't use the word forced. Thank you, Mago, for, you know, giving me that word. But I did say that this move to the upside looked weak. And then Mago helped me out and he was like, it looks forced. Yep. Forced is a better word. Forced is a better word, okay? So it looked forced. We had this resistance before we came here. When we were on these levels, I spoke about this resistance. We hit resistance. We pulled back down. We are holding still above this line. We are holding still above this line. But looking at the daily, don't be shocked if we come, you know, a bit lower. Do not be shocked if we see it around, you know, the lows of 0.6. Okay, simple. If we see it around, you know, the lows of 0.6, do not be shocked. Like MACD bearish, negative momentum on the oscillators. Actually, first negative momentum on the histogram. Okay. RSI is still above neutral, but it's sliding downwards, right? So if we can't see, this should be white. Why is it red? Hold on. If we can't see any support around 0.62-ish, you know, loss of 0.6, guess what? This is going back under 0.6 again. All right? Like, we can't ever be 100% sure, but this one, I feel like, yeah, like it's most likely, if this doesn't hold, very likely that we see prices under 0.6 again. Okay, so this for the sake of the XRP army, I don't know what they call themselves nowadays, but the XRP army, this level should better hold, and if not, this level better hold, because if it doesn't, hello. Okay, let's move on. I don't know, shall we have a look at the hourly, guys, or not? What do you think? Should I dig a bit deeper? Should we have a look at the hourly or not, or just move on? Just gonna have a sip of water at the same time. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking like 2x or 3x. I have to calm down, calmito a little bit. XRP is always being hyped, so just take another look at it in the hourly. Sure, sure. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's true about the hype. They do have a very dedicated army, like loyal army. I remember a few years back, if you were on Telegram and you were in the XRP army, not XRP army, I mean in the XRP, you know, channel, if you said one horrible thing, you got kicked out. This is no joke. I've seen many people I knew, you know, that were hard. You know, they used to call out, you know, things for what they were. They used to get blocked left and right. It was funny because yeah, they don't want you to spread FUD. They don't even want you to ask a question. This was back then. I don't know how it is anymore. I don't have Telegram and stuff, but this was back then. Like if you said, you know, somebody could come and say, XRP is going to $500, and then you go like, nah, it's never gonna happen. Kicked, banned, blocked. I'm like, what the? Okay, on the hourly time frame, we got some positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is bullish. Okay. There's no negative divergence. Actually, no, I take that back. Yeah, there is some type of negative divergence actually. Our SI is below neutral. So yeah, guys, look, we have this trend line. It's good that we had a look at the hourly, otherwise I would have probably missed this. Hold on. Let me remove this, because I think I see something, but I'm not so sure. So let's see if my eyes are just trying to trick me or if this makes sense. Oh Lord, that fits like Cinderella's foot in this shoe. I don't know how to put this, but you guys get the idea, right? This fit perfectly. It fits perfectly. Okay. So we are respecting some type of a downtrend channel at the moment. Some would call this a bull flag, but I don't feel like it is. Nevertheless, if we see a breakout, it's good that we draw this. Why? If you see it, you know, break below the heart line, you know that it could, you know, come to these levels. If you see it, you know, break, you know, below, above this, you know, level, then it, you know, probably is gonna come a little bit higher. We do have some resistance. Let me show you. On the hourly, our first resistance is this right here. Okay. So I'm just gonna mark it. That's the first hourly resistance. I think it's better like this so you guys can see it. For us to reach this level though, we need to see one thing happen before that. That is a close above this area right here. Okay. That is our above 0.7063. If that happens, we go a little bit higher, It doesn't, you know, it's not that significant, but a little bit higher. And if we see a close above this level, next resistance would be, hold on, let me draw it for you. I'm just gonna draw it on my other screen. Hold on. Somewhere around these levels. Yeah, and that's it. So R1 on the hourly right here, R2 on the hourly right here. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's just zoom out like this and have a look at the 4-hourly with this channel that's drawn in, you know, stuff. I mean, I can't call this a bull flag because usually when you see something like this, and yeah, the thing is, because we broke below 0.7566, I cannot call this a bull flag, okay? But we are following this downtrend, you know, this channel, we are following it at the moment, so we'll see what happens, but I can really not call this a bull flag, okay? And I think I did mention, right? Daily looks, prior daily candle close, also favoring the bears more than anything else. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hourly, if we see a close below this level, most likely that, you know, we continue lower. Simple. Okay. We're done with Ripple as well. Let's have a look at something else. Dogecoin was doing things today because people never learned their lesson. Just because Elon Musk changed Twitter to X, I think he rebranded it to X. Am I mistaken, guys? I think that's the whole idea. So now people think, oh well, because Elon did that. Now he might actually, you know, use Dogecoin as a paying, you know, option, you know, for Twitter or something else. So Dogecoin started, you know, having a better day today. I was outside and I was, you know, having a look at my phone and looking at the price action, and I saw Dogecoin. This is Dot. Hold on. Dogecoin was the only one, you know, on green. I mean, one of the few ones. That damn cold tried to get to me, but not today, not today. Bitcoin is sliding down a little bit now. Let's have a look. We're gonna come back to Dogecoin because we're gonna discuss this one as well. But let's have a look at Bitcoin-ish. Yep, there we go. Yeah, continue. Yeah, just get down Bitcoin and just let us move on with our lives. Just calm down so we can buy the dip and then just move on with our lives, because I'm hyped. At last we're seeing a move. So this is good. You guys can probably hear me tapping the table and so on, but this is not bad. This is not bad. Yeah, calm down. Just come on. Okay, let's have a look at Dogecoin. So this was I don't know if that is the reason, but I literally couldn't see any other reason for, you know, Dogecoin, you know, to have a good day, except for, you know, people's sentiment, because, you know, people's emotions. If Elon does this, he might also do this with Dogecoin. So it's pretty much hopium, okay? A lot of hopium going on with Dogecoin. We hit resistance, this red dashed line, we kind of hit resistance. We moved out of this level, this R1 daily time frame. But thing is, I don't know if you guys see that we broke a little bit above it on this candle. Now this next candle is showing, you know, some type of follow through, but prior daily candle is neither telling me the bulls are strong or, you know, the bears are, it's like whatever. There was some nice volume, but question is if it's gonna continue this way tomorrow. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. If we can see a close above this area, then we have something else to discuss. But until that happens, it's like whatever. Look at this. Look, like came down, pushed back up, but yeah, as long as we don't see, you know, close above this area, for me, like, it's like whatever. We have no negative divergence. That is a good thing. On the daily, we already have some negative divergence. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna draw resistance, the resistance, main resistance, and then we'll move on. So R2, R2 daily time frame. Awesome. If we can see a close above this level, then it gets a little bit more interesting, because then there's really not much holding us until 0 point, like next resistance, like mini obstacle. We got some mini obstacle around 0.85 ish, but after that, guys, like, yeah, we could, yeah, Dogecoin could, you know, go up to 0.094 ish levels. But first, let's see what happens around these areas. It's gonna be important. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. 4 hourly, it is holding at the moment. Any 4 hourly candle close below this, just follow this box. So if I just, you know, draw a line right here, okay, the top of this resistance, if we can see it hold above this level, fine. If we can't, then see eventually back around the lows of 0.07, okay. Yeah, even 0.0675 ish wouldn't surprise me, somewhere around these areas. But yeah, support somewhere between this to this level, okay. So yeah, that's Dogecoin in short. Hourly seems to be holding above this level still. Hourly resistance right at this dashed line, literally. Okay, let's move on-ish. Let's have a look at what stocks did so far. I did speak about Google having the DC pattern and MACD, you know, curling downwards. And this is weekly, like we're talking long term, right? But I'm expecting, you know, a drop to at least 111 to the loss of $100, like at least. So just waiting for this to play out pretty much. Not much to add. Let's have a look at Amazon. This one is kind of already showing signs of that pullback. Okay, also DC pattern right here. MACD is still bullish and so on, but yeah, do not neglect this DC pattern. I wouldn't, okay. So we'll see what happens. Let's give it a little bit of time, and then yeah, eventually we got some support around this level, but main support all the way down here, okay. Let's have a look at something else, because oh, who was watching this last time when I spoke about Apple? Okay, we broke a little bit higher above this level, I see, but I did mention we do have some obstacle around this level, okay. This is thick. It literally tapped it, not only tapped it, it went a bit above it, okay. It went, I have to be fair, it went a bit above it, but look at this gravestone doji that were, I mean, sort of a gravestone doji, sort of. I would have loved it if, but anyways, sort of, okay. Yeah, not the best looking thing right there. I mean, yeah, I was not expecting this. But now let's talk about support, okay. I'm gonna make this smaller, otherwise it's gonna take out, you know, a lot of, otherwise there's gonna be a lot of noise, right? We had this trend line that it was following. I think this is drawn on the daily, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. I just extend it. Let's just do this, okay, and change the color to white maybe. Funny, this is funny, okay. This is funny because the S2 daily time frame kind of goes hand in hand with, you know, the short-term moving average as well, okay. Just gonna pull this a bit lower, hold on. There we go. Okay, If this trend line breaks, if this support doesn't hold, guys, next support that I see is around these levels right here. We're talking about weekly now, okay? On the weekly, this is the support I see next. Okay, first one there. Let's change colors. S1 weekly. This should be. Oh, okay. I was wondering why this was S2, but it's because we we had that S1 daily, which we bounced off, a little bit, but nothing much happened. Apple has been following this level like madman. Like it's been going straight up. Like I'd like to remove the moving averages because it's clogging the chart too much. Much better. Okay. Much better. Hold on, guys. I just gotta have a sip of water. All right, so it's just been going, straight up. We hit this level of, resistance. If trend line breaks, if there's no more demand at this level, we break down. We have this S2 daily time frame, but on the weekly, this is the next support area. And if this doesn't hold, like we can come all the way back down, to 155-ish, 147-ish, very possible. Okay, that would be somewhere around these levels if this doesn't hold, but we'll get there. We'll talk about this when we are getting closer to that area. Okay, so we'll see what happens then. Let's have a look at something else. Just gotta have an eye on Bitcoin as well. Hold on. Bitcoin. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if 27.5-ish will hold. 27.5, loss of 27 will hold. If it doesn't, this like we could see prices even lower. Like wouldn't be that surprised if we see it go lower if that doesn't hold. Right now, the most important thing is again like this weekly candle close. If I start seeing that bears are losing steam around these levels with nice confirmations, many confirmations that say the same thing, then we know what to do. At least I know what to do. But if it breaks and I still see that the bears are pretty much in, like they got the balls in their court around these levels when it's time for the weekly candle close, yeah, just gonna maybe enter, maybe this is a big maybe, because I'd rather look for a long entry at the moment, but maybe take a little entry on it, just a little bit, but I'd rather be looking for a long trade at the moment, since I already went out of any short and so on and so forth. From my point of view, it looks like it's going to fall. Yep, it does. By the looks of thing right now, it does look like it's gonna fall. Looks like it's gonna fall, unfortunately. For the bulls, it's unfortunate because I know a lot of people were looking forward to the good move. Yes, I was also, I wasn't looking only forward, but I was thinking about, this. We could, probably see this, before anything else happens. But yeah, you can't control the news, you can't control the FUD, you can't control, that part. But at least we can control our TA. And yeah, because we controlled our TA, I decided to observe instead of, taking action at that level. And thank God for that. Okay, let's have a look at some more of this, shall we? All right, next. We got Airbnb up next. We're getting very close to that resistance on the weekly time frame. Very, very close. Like if we can see a close above this level, sure, then we can go up. But we'll see about that. Let's have a look at the weekly. There is already some signs of some negative divergence developing. Okay, but it's 50-50 at the moment. It's 50-50. Looking at the daily, looks like bears, starting to lose steam a little bit. Not bears, I mean bulls starting to lose steam a little bit. They are not gone, but starting to lose steam a little bit. Okay, our first support would be on the daily, would be around these levels, right? Right here. Okay, still positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD is still bullish. RSI is like it's fine, but there's definitely signs of some negative divergence on the histogram. It's a bit more clear. On the RSI, not so much, right? Weekly, kind of the same. Super clear on the histogram. On the RSI, not so much. MACD still bullish, but yeah, we will see what happens this week. We'll see how it closes in 3 days. If it closes anything like this, then telling us bulls are a bit tired, not gone completely, but they're a bit tired, so time to be cautious, right? And yeah, we'll see if this daily support holds. If it doesn't, like weekly support is all the way down, on the wow, like first weekly support is around $120, and if that doesn't hold, it's all the way down around the loss of $100, guys. Okay, let's have a look at AMD. AMD tapped our 1 weekly time frame perfectly. Okay, maybe not all the way up to the dot, but it tapped it perfectly. We are back within this channel. We are holding this support that I drew. I don't know when. I remember when I drew it, but it's been a while. I drew it a while ago, that's for sure. And 100% on the stream live as well before, you know, this move happened. This one was also drawn before the move happened. So we are holding this hard line at the moment. Looks like bears losing a little bit of steam. There seems to be some nice divergence developing on the daily as well, but let's have a look at this. Weekly, first negative momentum on the oscillators. MACD just went bearish. RSI is like whatever. It's like above, you know, neutral, but it's really like whatever at the moment. So this is what I can say about AMD. Okay, if we close if we close a daily below $103, okay, somewhere around $104, chances are very high that we come, you know, to the bottom of the channel, you know, which goes hand in hand with this metro moving average as well. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, but past two candles, you know, do tell us that, you know, we could see it bounce back to at least, you know, $116, $114. But after that, we'll see what happens. Just short term, you know, just a mini bounce maybe. Otherwise, yeah, on the weekly, still not looking that juicy looking at the oscillators at least, right? And the price action prior week, it's closed like whatever, but we'll see this support. If it holds, good. If it doesn't hold, then yeah, we are ready for what could come next. What's Bitcoin doing? Yeah, we're probably gonna go back to stocks, but just want to see what this one's doing. The OG of cryptos. It's dipping a little bit still. I wonder how far. Well, by the looks of things, it looks like this is gonna take its time. Like, I'm interested to know if that if we could hold, you know, this, where's that box? Right. If we can hold, let me just stretch it out. Because I drew this a while ago. That's why I have to stretch things out sometimes. This was drawn back in the 20th of July and was shared with the community on Discord. So yeah, I'm interested to see if like this is gonna hold, like at least short term, like if this is gonna hold and then, you know, we can bounce back, you know, at least to these levels. But thing is, because of the daily, because of, you know, prior daily candle close, yeah, I don't like, it might happen, but I'm not betting on that. I'm not betting on that at the moment. Beautiful divergence still on the daily. Still beautiful divergence developing though. That's the thing. It is what it is. It is what it is, dear friends. It happens. This is trading life. It happens. Okay, let's have a look at something else. Oh, I think I see something interesting. Hold on. Guess what's looking a bit better? Like this one is looking, you know, much better than what Bitcoin and some other crypto things are doing. And this is on the weekly, so we're seeing a breakout, you know, out of this this Amgen. So we're seeing something happen. We're breaking above the trend line. Our first resistance is right around, you know, right close to this level. Okay, right here. Actually, to be fair, it can be drawn this way. If we see any close above, weekly close above 257-ish, most likely we come, you know, a bit higher to these levels, okay? Around 276-ish. Let me just draw it. Hold on. This is on the weekly time frame, so it's probably gonna take its time. Positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD just went bullish. RSI is going above, you know, neutral, which is nice. Nice to see. On the daily, it's a bit different. It's a bit different. We could see a pullback because we hit resistance, that R1 daily time frame. We went a little bit above it, but we hit resistance. Okay, now if it fails to hold this, you know, trend line, like supply line flips to demand line and it fails to hold this level, we can pull back. Fine, we can pull back to these areas, but if it fails to hold this level, there is a decent chance that we can come to at least, you know, 227-ish, or, you know, all the way between 227 to 223-ish is very possible, okay? But on the weekly, it's looking beautiful. On the weekly, it's looking beautiful, okay? So yeah, that was it for me for today, because I have to go today. I have to go. I have an early morning tomorrow, so gotta go soon. Plus, yeah, gotta iron some clothes just so I don't stress in the morning. So just gonna iron some clothes and get ready and stuff for tomorrow. But yeah, that's what's going on with Bitcoin, a few, of the traditional assets and whatnot. Like, I'm glad we had a look at this one because I've been eyeing it. I've been keeping a close eye on this one. So it's good that it's, at last it broke out. At last we're seeing something. Let's go back to Bitcoin as well. Just, fast look before we call it a show for tonight. Yeah, even on the hourly, it's looking like right now, at least in real time while I'm talking, in the minute I'm talking right now, still looks like bears got the balls in their court, guys. Okay. Yeah, on the hourly, we need to see a close above this level for us to see anything else, above this, like above this area. We need to see a close above this level on the hourly time frame first. Okay. If we do that, yeah, next to that 29,400-ish, 29,500-ish. So 1 hour time frame. Someone is aware, just prepared, oh, it broke out above this level. Let me do some TA. This is how I want you guys, to do your own research and do your own analysis. Oh, it broke up above this level. Okay, let me do some TA and see, what's going on. Oh, right. Okay, we are at resistance. Okay, let's see what's going on. It's important. One of the important things when it comes to trading is to know where your support is, to know where your resistance is, because that is very helpful, and it helps you manage things a bit easier. Okay. So guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you as usual, for keeping everything in order. Ralph, we miss him a lot, but he's been pretty busy. I spoke to him earlier today, but yeah, he's probably gonna show up some other day. But much love to all of you guys, and yeah, like I always say, like the action after the show is over is on Discord, okay? Because I'm probably gonna start posting a bit more on Twitter and stuff. Like, I'm trying to reorganize things when it comes to time and whatnot with the show and so on and so forth. So I have a lot to do till I get change things, reorganize things when it comes to my schedule and stuff. But I'm gonna see you tomorrow, hopefully again, or next time, hopefully again. Okay, until then, much love to all of you. Do not forget, like Mago tells us, smash that like, make sure that like button works. And those of you who want to push the channel, want to see it grow, do share it around with people are interested in education and do not just want handouts, and there's the target, and want to hear shilling and whatnot, because it's not gonna happen in this channel. There are other channels for that type of stuff. It's not gonna happen here. Okay, so yeah, we got Patreon, Discord, everything you need is in the video description below. Much love to all of you. Thank you for all the likes, the contributions, everything else. Like, much love to each and one of you, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for tuning in, and good night. Good night, Mago.